Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today this is going to be a continuation of the previous YouTube video for Pentester Roadmap for 3 months, and this is going to be a part 2 of the video in which I've revamped the roadmap into what will be more simpler and also providing resources for you to get your hands on, where you can also get free certificate of completion to help you in your journey. And now let's get started. Now before we continue, after this course I'm going to be dropping the link to this documents, so you can also access it and follow it in your own way and your own path, and you will get good understanding from that. Okay, let's go. Now this is a full streamlined beginner roadmap, whether you're a beginner or this is a complete roadmap into getting into IT. When you want to get into cybersecurity, this is what you have to go through. Now the 4 core foundations, you have to read about the introduction to cybersecurity. I believe I've said that in the last video, and you can go to netacad.com by Cisco. It gives you a free certificate and badge that accredits you through your credly and shows that you've passed through the introduction to cybersecurity. And the next one, after you're done with that, you go into typically speaking, this introduction to cybersecurity, you can actually finish it in about 1 to 2 weeks, with much dedication, and you can finish it within 2 weeks. Yes, you can finish it within 2 weeks. It's just practical example of what the real world feels like in data privacy and keeping yourself safe digitally, and the types of cyber attacks that we have in the world and on the internet, and how you can get safeguard yourself from those kind of attacks. Now you have the next one, networking basics, and this is a non-negotiable part that you have to go through. This is a non-negotiable part. It's essential to understand traffic flow, ports, protocols, and attack surface. Yes, so in networking basics, actually this is a very core foundation for cybersecurity. Don't try to miss it. Don't even miss it. You can't step away from networking. Networking basics is essential in every cybersecurity role, and you really need to get your hands on it. The basic understanding is enough if you want to get into ethical hacking, but if you want to go into network hacking, then you might have to take these other 2 courses, which is endpoint security and network defense. You can say I place an optional that is for those who are going into maybe the cloud or the GRC, or if you are going to web, yes, you don't need endpoint security and network defense all that much. Networking basics is enough to keep you running, and you go into this if you are going into network hacking, is endpoint and network defense, also from netacad.com, which also gives a free certificate of completion after you're done with it. And also this is not going to be a kind of something you can finish early. You can't rush it. You can't rush it. Actually, it's going to take about 6 months to finish all this. Now the next step, after reading all this, after knowing all this foundation, all this, you can get started and try. You set up your home lab, and this note, remember, this is a roadmap for ethical hacker, for anyone who gets into ethical hacking or pen testing. Now you set your home lab, and you download VirtualBox and your Kali Linux ISO. That will be your attack box, and your Metasploitable 2 and Metasploitable 3. Those are two great targets to actually practice practice Windows hacking and Linux, trying to hack Linux machine. So you watch some videos on getting this up, on setting it up in your VirtualBox for easier reasons. I might prepare a video some other day. If you want me to prepare a video setting this up, just let me know in the comment section. The next stuff, you have to know Linux fundamentals. Yes, learn Linux fundamentals. You can't go straight into hacking anything or going into something legitimately. You can't do all those things without having the fundamentals of Linux. This hacker-oriented. You must be comfortable navigating and attacking you through Linux. Now, if you don't want to know more about Linux, you can also always go to Network Chalk. Yes, he is good. He provides some videos regarding Linux machine, how to navigate around. Or if you have community on X and Discord, also you can go there to look for resources where you can learn Linux. You can get some PDFs, some YouTube videos. They should be able to get you along the way. And what you actually focus on is the file system navigation, how to navigate through Linux using the CD, make directory, delete, the remove, and all. And you have to know for permissions, the root directory, how to gain root access, these permissions, the basics of bash, system enumeration, package management, and networking on Linux. This is the 8080, the network manager. You have to know how to navigate through Linux well enough. This will give you a very good opportunity, a very good stand in ethical hacking when doing anything legitimately. Now, after this, you actually need to learn some tools and how they work. Usually, you learn the vulnerability first, then learn the tools alongside. But you can just do this either way. Either you learn the tools or you learn the vulnerabilities. You can pick any of those two. Now, you learn the essential tools you actually need when it comes to ethical hacking, and you have to start with recon tools. You have the Shodan, the IO, the recon ng, wayback URL, subdomain enumeration tools. We have so many subdomain enumeration tools. We have the sublister, you have the subfinder. Even recon ng is also part of the subdomain enumeration tool that you can actually use to learn. You can learn it. And GitHub recon workflows, how it works, and also Google Dorking. Yes, I didn't impute it, but Google Dorking is actually part of what you should also know. Yes, Google Dorking. Yes, yeah. So Google Dorking is something you should actually also get your hands on to know. And after that, you learn about network tools. We have the Nmap, Netcat, Wireshark, and some other network tools that are essential for you to know during this phase. You learn some exploitation tools, how they work, know about them, the Metasploit, common GitHub exploit repos, searchploit to search for vulnerabilities and all. This will actually give you a very good solid ground. And the general utilities, that is burp for web hacking, call command is a Linux, wforce, gobuster, all these things. Now this looks like it might be too much, but don't need to rush it. You take it one after the other, and depending on what you are doing, you don't need to use everything all at once. No, you don't use all at once. Now the more tools you explore, the stronger you get at choosing the right one for right job. As you can see, all these tools, some might be similar, and if you by the time you get your hands on it, you tend to have the understanding of what you want to do. Then you know the right tools to use towards every target. Now you have to study hacker mindset and critical thinking. We have the critical thinking podcast on YouTube. You can actually check on to know more on mindsets, how you can actually train your mindset into looking like that of an hacker. Practical hacking drills. Then you can start practicing on Metasploitable 2 and 3, network focus and Windows focus hacking series. Watch some YouTube videos on how to get this done. You pick a specialization. You can see we have the web, network, mobile, cloud, reverse engineering, or malware, red teaming. Now these two are actually not beginners focused. Yes, these are not beginners focused. Yes, man analysis and red teaming are not something you can start as a beginner. Now these are the ones you can actually start as a beginner: the web hacking, network, and partially maybe mobile if possible. If you have this strong understanding, then I believe you can get started in it. Now I'll be going alongside for the web hacking, and if you want to go to web hacking, you will have to know the prerequisite for web hacking. You have to know fundamentals of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, because you are dealing with a real website and you need to know how they work and function. Scripting, you have to learn Python and Bash, just the basics, known to be all good in Python programming and Bash scripting. Just know the basics on how you can use it to automate your task for easier flow. And practice platforms, we have the Metasploitable 2 and 3, like I said. And for the web practicing, you can use Portswigger Academy or Portswigger.net to practice your web hacking. You can set up your DVWA. I will suggest you go with Portswigger first. It has a lot of labs regarding web hacking, web exploitation, and to also help you know how to use your your Bob suite very well when practicing this web hacking on Portswigger. We have the other resources. We have the TryHackMe. You can go in and solve some labs. There are free labs, a lot of labs, free labs on TryHackMe that you can actually test out. Pentester Lab, you can go there, you can go into Hack the Box and also know what you are doing. Now the key take note for this is, after all this doesn't guarantee you a solidified ethical hacker, because as the field is constantly evolving and moving, you have to know other different things like the OWASP top 10 API. You have to know about the NVD, everything that regarding threats, and also read daily news regarding threat and cybersecurity news to keep yourself updated, so you won't stay outdated from the current threat that are going on in the industry. So thank you for watching.